The Wonderlic Basic Skills Test measures your basic abilities in verbal and math sections. This test is generally applied on adults for the entry-level jobs. It can be completed quickly within a short period of time. The Wonderlic Basic Skills Test results provide critical data to measure your skill level, cognitive capabilities and future performance. The scores also expose your capability to use your verbal and math skills in real-world working situations. Benefits of the Wonderlic Basic Skills Test: the interviews are helpful for screening purposes, but they lack objectivity. The idiosyncrasies of the interviewers often pop up to render the selection process into favoritism. The Basic Skill Test claims objectivity. A number of court decisions have supported this claim of the testers. The Wonderlic Basic Skills Test is avowed to provide data within the shortest possible time, the number of items is limited, and time restriction is not more than 12 minutes. However, such a short test can backfire when you are already in an anxious state of mind. You may not find enough time to compose yourself before the bell rings. The political pressures, especially in the developing countries, play a very important role in selection of the candidates. The political affiliations are given weight even in the developed societies. However, the Wonderlic Basic Skill Test claims to avoid such pressures for the selection of right candidates for the right jobs. The bad hire, once made, becomes a liability with any organization. This psychological assessment tool claims to provide the data which can be helpful to the managers to avoid this dilemma. It is not error-free, but it marginalizes such errors when there are many qualifying candidates running for the same job. Many jobs need initial training which involves a lot of money and time. Like bad hire, training to uninterested people becomes a bigger problem with any organization. The Wonderlic Basic Skills Test calculates your potentials for certain kind of training sessions. This tool can be helpful to reject those candidates in the beginning who may not prove beneficial for any organization. This test can either be administered individually or upon the groups collectively. In both situations, the results may differ slightly, but the difference is ignorable. The skills for Wonderlic Basic Skills Test. The two main focusing areas of Wonderlic Basic Skills Test are your verbal and mathematical capabilities. However, each section may take into account a number of related potentials. Verbal skills. This portion of Wonderlic Basic Skill Test is generally comprised of 50 questions. They may take various directions. For example, to see your understandings, to follow simple instructions. If you fail to complete simple tasks as per simple directions, you may not prove a good hire in the long run. Similarly, can you locate a particular piece of information within a given paragraph? Your comprehension is put on testing with such kind of questions. Can you utilize the provided information to solve the given problems? It is not your knowledge but use of that knowledge which makes a difference. If you have highly developed basic verbal skills but can't utilize those effectively, you can't prove beneficial for the organization. Can you complete a sentence correctly with reference to the context? Can you identify meanings of different words? You may even face certain unfamiliar words. Some words may have multiple meanings, but you are required to recognize the correct meaning with reference to the context. Can you recognize agreement links between subject and verb? You may find some questions to point out grammatical mistakes. You may even be required to analyze a grammatical construction before making your choice. Mathematical skills. This portion of the Wonderlic Basic Skills test contains about 45 items. You are asked different questions focusing upon the basic mathematical concepts such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The questions may take different turns depending upon your applied jobs. For example, to know: can you apply the basic mathematical functions upon whole numbers, fractions, and decimals? Can you apply basic functions upon whole or fractional monetary units? Can you apply your knowledge upon ratio, percentage and other such functions? How much developed skills you have in algebra? How much grasp you have upon basic geometrical concepts?